need you to move over a bit more so I can get in.
Right. Afternoon, everyone. I hope you've all had a good day, or if you're on the other side of the world, a good start to the day. Today we'll be doing another coding club session. I'm Stephen, and
I'm Olivia.
Yep. And today we also have Ben helping us if you get stuck. So as previously with all other sessions, if you do get stuck, if you send us a message, and we'll try and do our best to help you out. Oh, put your hands up, yeah. Right, so I think we've pretty much got everyone online, so I think we shall begin.
Have we?
Well, numbers look good. Right.
We?
Cool, let's... Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is looking at doing some graph stuff with Python. So be a chance for you to show off your skills. So for the example here that we've got here is a survey of what people's favorite pets are.
Snakes.
Yeah.
Snakes.
So we've got a pie chart here, a bar chart, and we'll just be running through and doing our own stuff. So to get started, what we'll do, if we will give you the link. Once again, everything has moved from where I'm expecting it to be. All right. So if you go to jump2.cc/python-new, which I've also sent in the chat, and that will get us to begin. So I'll give you a sec to do that. Right. So we're going to start off with creating a pie chart, and I shall zoom this in a little bit to make it a bit easier for everyone. So to start off with, do you want to type this or am I typing this?
You are.
Okay, fair enough. So for this one, we're going to be using the pygal package. So if we do import pygal, and just to make sure that it's working, what we're going to do is we'll create a new variable pie chart. And we'll go pygal.py and pychart.render. So hopefully, if it's all good, you should see a nice big black square. So nothing super interesting yet, but got to start somewhere. So.
Ew.
Right, so hopefully you've got a nice big black square on over there. So what we'll do is
Does it have to be black?
well, that's how the package starts up for the pie chart.
Okay.
So it just shows that at least you've got something working.
Okay.
So pie charts aren't very interesting. You've got no pie, isn't it? So what we'll do?
Pie.
Yeah.
What flavour is it?
Well, in this case, it's going to be, I wouldn't say dog flavoured, but it's going to have dog on it. So what we were was
like dog biscuit or something.
Well, we want to have some data on our screen so we can see a bit of a pie chart. So if we do pie chart.add and then open bracket and then dog, comma 6, hopefully when you run that. Okay, so someone's saying they're having trouble already. So
oh wow.
Again, pie chart is undefined. So hopefully you've got this line here on line 5 where we're saying pie chart equals piegal dot, and make sure it's capital P for pie, and then open close brackets. And if you've got all working, you'll initially have the black square, and if you've done this pie chart dot add, you should hopefully get a slice of pie.
Yummy.
Okay. So that's not a very interesting pie chart. I mean, what if you've you don't have a dog, you have a cat?
Or
a snake. So what we can do is to add more, we can do pie chart dot add, and then we'll do cat, for example.
Ew, I don't want a cat flavoured. I want a snake flavoured.
So yeah, if you do pie chart dot add, and then again, open brackets, a single quote, and the animal you like to do.
Well, like it. You could have a pet human.
You could have a pet human. I don't think you normally have a pet human, though, to be fair.
You want a pet.
So if you've got that working, you should hopefully see you've now got 2 slices of pie here. With, well, for our example, we've got dog with 6 and cat with 4.
There's one thing. I don't think I want a cat flavoured or a dog flavoured pie.
Well, you're not eating this pie, so it's all right.
Okay. So it's electrical pie or something.
Yeah. So hopefully you've got that so far, and what we'll do is add 3 more on there. So it's up to you what animals you want to add on there and how high a number you want. But for our example,
okay, mouse.
Yeah, I'll do a mouse then.
Yay!
All right, we'll do a mouse, and we'll say for a mouse that we have 3.
And now I'll turn this mouse into a mouse.
So let's do another one. Pie chart.add, and this one we'll do fish. And we'll say there's 2 fish.
Okay.
And we'll do one final one. Pie chart.add, and we'll do snake.
Wait, can you make snake the most liked one?
All right, I'll do snake as 7 then, just for you.
Yay!
Okay, so if you've got a number of animals and a number set, when you run it, you should hopefully see a bit more of an interesting pie chart.
Wait, what happens if you add 100 into snake? I don't know what happens. 100.
Well, we can try that later.
Okay.
And as you'll see, each that's been added in the order you've done it. So here, we've got dog with 6, then cat, then mouse, then fish, then snake.
Wait, can you make mouse the second?
Well, let's not go too far and crazy.
Aww,
So if we change this, because normally with a pie chart, you do the biggest thing first, and then go smaller and smaller. So if we say for the moment snake is 1, you'll then see that how the graph changes, or the pie chart.
Wait, can I just do the math?
Yeah.
So 6, 4, you forgot 5.
No, but we've got dog with 6, cat with 4, mouse with 3, fish with 2,
like,
snake with 1.
So basically, you're missing out a number until here.
Well, it's different sizes.
Okay. I thought you were doing random.
No.
Why not? Why not do random?
Well, we can do that later.
Random.
Hopefully you've got a pie chart with a number of animals or whatever you've decided to do, and you're hopefully seeing it nicely segmented like this. But if you do a graph, it's always good to have a title. So what we can do here is we do pie chart title, and then we will say pie chart title equals, and we'll say favorite. We run that now, you should see a nice little title up here. Cool. So hopefully you've all got a graph working. So now what we're going to do is something a bit more, another challenge. So we're going to try and do a bar chart instead. So I'll give you the starting point and see if you can try and figure out what we do next. So what we do is call a variable called bar chart. And again, we want to use PyGal. And this time we want to do dot bar.
Mark.
No,
Where's
bar.
Mark?
Bar. So you can, for this one here, you can either use the same animals before, or you can do something different. I was thinking, should we do if you play Minecraft or not?
Not Minecraft.
Favorite sport?
Nah. What about Creativerse?
Okay. So right, so we're going to do a bar chart. So what we need is a title, don't we? So we do bar chart dot title, and we'll say play create my verse. Yeah.
You spelled it a bit wrong.
No. If you know spelling it, you can spell it.
I didn't know the spelling.
There's hopefully I can't make it too much bigger, but hopefully that makes it a bit easy for you to see. So, do you remember how we add something onto the bar chart?
No.
Or how do we add it onto the graph?
Say add.
Yep. So if we do
Pie chart.
bar chart
Bar chart.
dot add.
Oh, you're doing bar, not pie.
Well, the variable's called bar chart.
Oh.
So bar chart dot add, and we'll say yes. We'll say what? There's 10 votes. That sound good?
11.
All right, 11. All right. And so what do you think we do for the no then? It's a yes no question.
10.
Well, we need to do bar chart dot add.
1.
And we'll say no.
1.
Comma, and we'll say we'll do 3.
3. Okay.
Okay. So if we run that, do you think that'll work?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nope. Because we missed something.
I don't know.
We'll see on the pie chart one. We had this command here at the end, pie chart dot render.
Oh.
We need to do
bar
that.
Chart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Render.
RENDE.
Yeah. Because if you don't do render, you don't get anything on screen. So now if we run that, you should see that down here.
Oh.
We've got a bar
Wow.
chart.
Wait, can you make yes green and no pink? Or do you want to say?
We'll stay where we are for the moment. Let's not complicate things at the moment. So you can. So we've got now this bar chart, which says about playing create verse, and we've got 11 yeses and 3 nos. So give you all a moment or two to see if you've got that. And of course, you can change your question to be anything else.
And it's in 2s. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes, no.
Okay, so hopefully you've all managed to get yourself a bar chart. So what we're going to do now is, if you remember from previous lessons where we had some data in a separate text file, we're going to try and do something similar like that again. Make it nice, it's smaller, and that way you can add more animals for your favorite pets, for example. So up here, if you click on the plus symbol, and we sort of create a text file, we're going to call this one pets.txt. Enter. And so what we'll do is we'll add in some data. So we'll do dog 6, cat 4, mouse wasn't it you want? Mouse 3, fish 2, and snake 1. Okay. Again, you can change this to be whatever animals you like and the numbers that you like. We're just going to keep it nice and simple, aren't we?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you want, we can put unicorn in there if you really want.
And reindeer.
All right, we'll change dog to unicorn for you.
And cat to dragon.
All right, cat to dragon. Can't you change too much at this moment?
And then fish to reindeer.
So hopefully you've got some animals in your pets.txt file.
Ooh, can you add penguins then?
Okay, so to go back to our code, just click on this tab here for main.py. And what we're going to do now is we're going to keep our old code just for example, and we're going to comment out the render lines. So if you go to the start of the line and press the hash key, or £, as it's referred to in America.
Huh?
They call the hash key sometimes £, some places.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
just confuse people.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and read from a text file. Do you remember how we did it last time?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, good thing. We'll do it now. So if you do file, and we'll say open, and we want the name of our file. So assuming you've called it pets.txt like we have.
Or something else.
Yeah. As long as the name here matches the name up there, that's the important thing.
Really?
Yep. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And we need to do quote quote because we say we're going to read it. Okay.
What?
The text file.
Wait, really?
And then to read the text file, we want to go for line in file because we want to read each line of the file.
Who's lying?
So file.read, open close brackets, and then we want to do .split lines. So if you remember from last time, that was how we ended up reading each line of the file as a separate bit so we could loop round. So make sure you put your colon at the end. And then we want to say, and make sure you're indented, label, sorry, we want to test this works first, so we'll do print, we'll say line, and then indent, and we'll do file.close, because we need to make sure we close the file afterwards. So if you run that now, you'll lose your graphs for the moment, but you should hopefully see the data we've put in the text file. So you should see, like in our example, unicorn 6, dragon 4, mouse 3, fish 2, snake 1.
Wait.
So what we'll do is now that we've kind of got a point where we can see that text file's working, we're reading some text, what we'll do is we'll share this code so that if anyone is having trouble, they can have a see what we've done. So this is the code for where we're up to at the moment. So give everyone a chance to make sure they've got their text file being loaded up with the numbers, because that's important, because without that part, the next part might be a little bit difficult.
Really? How?
Well, if you can't read the text file, we can't do the next bit. We're going to make that text file make the bar chart for us, or the pie chart.
Okay.
For the moment as well, if you've got pets that have a space in the name, don't do that for a second, because otherwise you will come across a problem in a minute.
Wait, why?
Well, we're going to come to that. But
Why?
why? Well, I'll say I'll come to it in a second.
Why?
Thank you. So, what we want to do now is we want to, because at the moment we're getting there's literally unicorn 6, which we can't put that in the pie chart because we want a unicorn as a label and number 6 to be the size of the chart or the bar, don't we?
Huh?
So,
Huh?
so what we do is we can do here, we can do label, comma value, and we'll say equals line.split, and then single quote, space, single quote. And what that does is that will split the file up, let's split the line up into two parts for us. So for example, we'll have unicorn in the label, and the value 6 for the value, and then dragon and 4, mouse 3, fish 2, snake 1. So if we run this again, if we change this print here and we say we want to print label value, if you run that, you won't see any changes hopefully, unless hopefully still works. So the unicorn here is in our label variable, and the number 6 is in our value. And that's the important part. We need to split them into two separate parts. So if, for example, you have got a space in there, you'll end up with it causing a bit of a problem. Oh, sorry, no, actually, I'm skipping ahead. If you've got an enter at the end of your line, so often pets file, if you've got an extra enter here, and you run that, you'll probably come across this error here. And that's because it's trying to take the last enter line, which hasn't got a space, and it's falling over. So what we can do, to make our code a little bit safer, we can do here, if we say if line, and then colon, and then you need to indent each of these.
Well, it's like the thing has fallen over because the road is dangerous.
Yeah. So what this does, this protects us. So if we have got that extra return at the end of the file, if we now run this, it will say, oh, there's not a line there, so we'll skip over it and it won't fall over.
Bye.
So it makes the code a little bit stronger.
What's like, oh, there.
Okay. So for now, what we can do is we can get rid of this line of the printing because that was just there for us to test our code was working. And what we want to do is we want to have a pie chart, don't we? So if we go back up here and we'll do pie chart 2 equals pygal dot pie.
You really love pie, don't you?
Oh yeah, at the moment I do. And then down here on line 26, on our example, we're going to tab in twice, so it's our line is the same as the label. And we'll do pie chart 2.add, and then we want to add the label, comma, and then you need, this is quite important, int, open bracket, value, and then 2 close brackets. And then under here we want to do pie chart 2.render, so we can actually see what we've done. So if we run that, oh, I've misspelled pie chart, I've got my T up here. Let's try again. There we go. So now you can see we've got a pie chart back.
Yay, unicorn dragon second.
So as I was saying earlier down here, there's a bit here we're converting our value into an integer. Because when we read from a string, when we read from a file, we're reading it in as a string value. And if you don't include this, what happens, if you try and run that, is you'll get an error like this. And it's because you're trying to put some text into a part where it's expecting a number. So it's very important you make sure you've got that int, open bracket, value, close bracket. Otherwise you'll get that error. And hopefully if you run that, you should hopefully see your new pie chart. So we'll give everyone a moment to sort of make sure they've got that working. So what do you think? Do you reckon that's probably realistic numbers? That most people have a favourite pet unicorn, then dragon?
Well, I haven't seen a unicorn around here or a dragon. And okay, maybe.
But is it your favourite pet? A unicorn a favourite pet?
I don't know. I've never had a pet unicorn or a pet dragon.
No, me neither.
Actually, maybe I have.
Okay, so someone's saying at the moment they're just getting a black screen. So it could be that you're missing this line here on line 26. So you need to make sure you've got, in this case, make sure it's the same name, pie chart 2.add, open bracket, label from here, comma, and int, open bracket, value, just say matches that, and then 2 closing brackets. So what we'll do is we'll share our code in case anyone's stuck. Link. So give everyone another minute just to make sure that everyone's sorted. Okay. So we'll continue on for the moment. So what we're going to do is have a bit of a challenge. We want to create another chart from a file. So basically, we want to kind of repeat what we've just done, but with another text file. So, do you remember how we make another text file?
Nope.
What do you think? What did we do last time to create a text file?
I don't know.
Don't do that. Well, do you think we clicked a button somewhere?
I don't know.
So we've got to create a text file, don't we?
I don't know.
So we'll create a new one. We'll call this superhero, shall we?
I don't know.
So superhero.text.
I don't know.
Okay. And from a conversation that Olivia and I had earlier,
I don't know.
we decided that superheroes was quite a cool topic. And so we decided that as Olivia's favourite show currently is Teen Titans Go, which is constantly on repeat at the moment, we'll use some of the characters from that. So
I don't know.
here's one I prepared earlier. So I'm going to take these out a second because I actually skipped a step there. So what we've done here is we've got Raven with 15 votes, Robin with 12, Beast Boy with 11, Cyborg with 5, and Starfire with 14. Are we that worried about the numbers?
Yes.
Well, what number do you want for Beast Boy then?
Okay. Beast Boy should be 12 and Robin should be 11.
All right. Okay. Happy? Okay. As you can tell, Raven and Starfire are favourites.
And Beast Boy. Cyborg and Robin.
Okay, so we've got text file, we've got some numbers now, right? So, what do we want to do next?
I don't know.
Well, if we're going to make another chart, how do you think we should do that?
I don't know.
Yes, somebody has spotted out already that there is a space in Beast Boy, and that is deliberate.
I don't know.
So, what we can do for the moment, if you want to test
That's
it,
why
you can.
spelled his name wrong.
No, I didn't spell his name wrong. It
Yeah,
is
you did.
Beast Boy. He's got space in his name.
No, it doesn't.
Well, either way, he has for this example.
Beast Boy is just one word. One word.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll create. Should we make this a bar chart for this one? So, do you remember how we did a bar chart last time?
I don't know.
So if we do bar chart, and this kind we'll call it bar chart 2,
I don't know.
and we'll say it's a new gal.bar.
Okay.
Make a new bar chart. We want to be able to show it on screen, don't we? So we do a new bar chart. We want to show it on screen, don't we? So remember what we did last time?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we do? So it's bar chart. Not Bart. That's Simpsons, but no, can't spell now. Bar chart 2 dot render.
Surrender?
No, render. So what we'll do is we'll just turn off the original pie chart there. So if we run this now, we've got black screen again. Okay, so that's a good start. So we need to have a file, don't we? Because we're reading from our superhero text.
Okay.
Okay, so if we do file 2 for a moment, and we'll say open. So what do we have to open?
A door?
Superhero, yeah.
File?
Dot txt, comma, single quote, r, single quote, and close brackets. And then we want a colon. So if we've got the enter at the end, we want to do that. Let's check again, don't we? Check if there's a line.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no. First, before that, we need to do our for, don't we?
Okay.
So for line, we'll call line 2 at the moment, in file 2 dot read open close dot split lines open close colon. Oh, my mistake. I put the colon on one earlier. Right there.
Yeah.
So if line 2.
Yeah, that's finished.
Label 2, comma, value 2 equals line dot split, open, single quote space that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So how do we add stuff to our bar chart? Do you remember? Add maybe?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Well, this is the whole point of learning. So bar chart 2 dot add open or label 2 comma int, because remember we need to change it to integer. Oh, yes, I've just been pointed out that I've made a mistake already. So I'll just finish this line. Value 2. Right, and on here, on line 35, that should be line 2. So thank you for the spot there, Ben. It's always good when our support person helps us out as well.
Yep.
Don't have to tickle me, thank you.
No, I want to tickle you there.
Yeah. Right, so if we go down and we want to do file to close back at the beginning, because if you open a text file, you need to make sure you close it to be nice and clean. It's like opening a door. If you open it, you should close it afterwards. Now, if we run that, we should hopefully see this error.
What if you want to keep the door open?
So this is where someone else was pointing out earlier that when with Beast Boy, because we have this space here,
Beast Boy is one word.
this kind of breaks our code here. So the trick is, if you want to have a label with a space in it, what we can do here is if we do a colon after each name.
Beast Boy is one word.
Well, we're making it 2 for this example.
But Beast Boy is one word.
So what we can do here is back on this line, if we then do split, but this time we do a split on colon space, and then if we run that,
Beast Boy is one word.
we get a bar chart.
Boy is one word.
All right. So share this code.
Hey, where's Raven?
Well, we can change the values in a second. Let me just send this code so everyone else can, if they're having trouble, can do it.
You clearly got the
Oh,
colours.
I've sent that to one person by accident. There we go. Let's send that to everyone.
Wait, I've just realised. Raven is meant to be purple. Starfire is meant to be pink. Robin is meant to be yellow. Beast Boy is meant to be green, and Cyborg is meant to be blue.
Well, yeah, I suppose that we have got the Teen Titan primary colours, or their colour stuff. So that is how we get ourselves a bar chart.
Without having to drop the bar.
Yeah, and let's see if we can change this now. So, as you say, so what colour is? So who's red? Is that Robin?
Wait, red. Okay, so pink is Starfire.
Okay, so if we put Starfire at the top of the file, so if we just cut paste Starfire, yeah.
Raven is purple.
Okay, so we'll put Raven at the bottom.
Robin is yellow.
Yeah, so make him third. Beast Boy's green, yeah?
Beast Boy is green.
Yeah.
And
Cyborg
is blue.
Okay, so if we've got that in that order, if we run that now, there you go. Are you happy?
Yay, they're all the same colours that they're meant to be.
So if there are any other Teen Titans Go fans in the background, there you go. So the int function here, we use that to convert our value to, which is a string, into an integer, so we can use it. If, on the other hand, you've got, for these ones, it's a bit difficult for the votes, but we could have, for example, that Starfire gets 14.5 votes. What we can do, instead here of int, we can use the float. So that will convert value 2 into a floating integer, which basically means a decimal point. So if we run that now, we can now see that Starfire has 14.5 votes. So it'd be interesting to see what other people have done with their bar charts or pie charts. So if you've got yourself to a point where you've finished, if you want to share us a link, and we can maybe show a few examples of what people have done. One of the examples that Raspberry Pi have used is a Pirates versus Ninja bar chart, which I'm sure a lot of people have, especially adults, I'm sure, have always had that age-old debate of pirates better than ninjas. Okay, so I will send another copy of the code, which will be the Teen Titans colored version. There we go. So there's a update link. So this is one that we've had sent to us. So we've got the starting dog, that's that. Oh, and we've got some of the different languages that people use for programming. So we've got here Java, Python, which I'm sure as everyone's using Python at the moment should be the one with the top votes, right? PHP, JavaScript, C#, and C++. So that's quite a good example. Yeah.
Can I have the post-it notes? Like the whole stack.
So someone's just asked, how do you share? So if we go back to our... Nope, I'm trying to do this, Lydia.
The whole thing.
So if you want to share, what you do is up here in the top of your bar, you've got the share button. If you click on the drop down, click link, and then you'll have a code here, and that's the link that you share. So you can send to share. And you can share that to us or even to your friends. And then to get back to your code, just hit the X button up here on the page. All right. Okay, so we'll give a few more minutes for people to finish doing their code and send us the links, and we can show off a few more. If you are going to share us the links, the best way is to send it in the chat and send it just to Ben and myself. Because unfortunately in Zoom, we can't copy links off the Q&A section. Are you using, by any chance, my different coloured post-it notes to match the colours of the... Yeah, I thought you were. Okay, so had another one sent to us that we can show. So I'll zoom this out a little bit so we can see a bit better. So we've got one here which has favourite foods.
Hot dog should be at the top.
Well, you may like hot dogs, but to be fair, you know what? You can't beat a good souvlaki.
What's a souvlaki?
A souvlaki?
What's a souvlaki?
A souvlaki. Tell you what, we'll have a Google that later. But it is good.
What is it? What
I
is
suppose
it?
the quickest, and this is probably not doing it any justice, it's a bit like a wrap where you have different meats and vegetables inside. A bit like a fajita, but that's kind of not doing it justice.
Only the potato. Okay, that does sound good.
Yeah, and normally I think it's got like a yogurty, minty sauce sometimes.
Ooh, yeah.
I do apologise if I've got that wrong.
That does sound good.
It is.
Yeah, it should be at the top.
Very commonly you can get them in fish and chip shops in Australia. Once upon a time. Oh yeah.
Ooh, I've just got one.
Okay.
Favorite restaurant to go to.
Okay, so
That.
we've got another one here that I might be able to show.
Favorite restaurant.
Okay, so if we copy that one over here, so we've got another example that's been sent to us.
Ooh.
So this one again includes our favourite pets, and it's got lizard, and then it's got the different sports. So we've got soccer, rugby.
What's soccer again?
Well, soccer is what people in England call football.
Oh, okay.
But in America and Australia and China and pretty much not Europe, soccer
is
that, and football can be something else. So Aussie rules football or American football.
Wait, which one's which one's football? It doesn't mean the American style or the English style. I have no idea.
Well, it's English style. It's the same as soccer then.
Oh, okay.
No.
So yeah, I'm confused.
Okay. No, anyway, so yeah, so got some different ones there. Okay, I think we've got time to show one more. So let's see if we've got another one that we can. Let's have a look.
Okay, I finished writing.
I'm just trying to see which ones I've shown and which ones I haven't shown now because I've actually lost track.
Oh, Dad, only you. Only you.
Oh, we've had so many examples sent to us.
Show all of them then.
Okay, so someone's saying at the moment when they click run, they don't see the pie charts. What should I do? So the important thing you need to make sure is well, go back to our code and we'll zoom in with it. So the important part here is this rendering command. So if we use our bar chart here, for example, is our bar chart 2.render, and that should hopefully get you at least a black square around there. So when you get the black square, you know that you've at least got the rendering done. And to make sure you've got all your different labels and the charts on here, you need to make sure you've got your same name variable. So in our case, bar chart 2.add, and then the ones that match here, so label 2 and value 2.
I finished.
Okay. So hopefully that helps you. If you're still stuck, if you can send us a link to your code, and Ben and myself can hopefully debug it for you and help you out. Cool. Right, well, it sounds like everyone's pretty much done now, I think. We showed a few examples, so yeah, thank you.
Can you could you just do one more, please, please?
Well,
please?
we haven't got more to show at the second, so
Aww.
I might have one more possibly. I haven't got one at the moment, so. Someone's asked, right, okay, so someone's hit the problem that I must admit, because we've used it on the website, we haven't hit ourselves. So Pygal package unfortunately only works on Trinket. So if you have been doing this on your local computer, that's why you'll be hitting a problem there. So what you can do is if you copy your code into the Trinket window, and then it should hopefully all work. So yeah, I do apologize. That's one thing I didn't realize we had some people with it installed on their computer. I must admit, I've got my Raspberry Pi, but I haven't actually done it much. Okay, looks like we have got one more we can quickly show.
Yay! Oops.
So I think this is one that you're going to like a bit, Olivia. So if we open up a new tab here. So we've got favourite animals here again. So we've got canary, cockerel, and dragon. So another dragon fan.
Yay, dragon rule!
And some favourite games here. So we've got Minecraft, Forza, and Polybridge.
What's for them?
Forza, you know Forza. It's that driving game.
Oh yeah. What's
Polybridge, I don't honestly know myself.
Oh.
And then we've got, I'm going to take a wild guess because I can't quite zoom out nicely here. Maybe if I reset that. Is that going to show us the code? I believe that's probably football teams, as in English football teams, or soccer for other bits of the world. Yeah, so you've got Nottingham, Tottenham, Arsenal, and Manchester United. So that someone else has done the test with the spaces now. Okay, so that's pretty good. Someone has just asked, how do you make bar charts on Python? That is a very good question. I honestly don't know the answer off the top of my head. There probably is some good packages out there that let you do that sort of stuff.
I just got another one that we could do. So we could do a restaurant.
Keep your ideas for later. I know. So we'll back to our code so people can see if they need to. So yeah, so in the answer to the question, I'm not quite sure how you do it on Python. I don't know if Ben, you might know, because it must admit Ben has played with Python a lot more than I have. But I'm pretty sure the way Python is these days, there are an awful lot of packages that pretty much let you do almost anything these days. So I think I've pretty much had everyone show us their examples that we can show.
And now you show these.
And Olivia wants to show off the fact that she's written Teen Titans Go on the side of my post-it notes. So,
oh, and also.
and the names on the top of my post-it notes. So the nice big bunch of post-it notes that I had that were all nice and clean, ready to use, now have an extra message on each one. So thank you, Olivia.
Oh, and the side.
Yeah, and the side as well. I did show the side off.
And the other side. There's something written
Yeah.
on the other side.
Okay, well, we'll have to have a look later. Okay, so someone's run into a bit of a problem here. Let's have a quick look, see if we can help. So if we copy this code across, so we can quickly help debug. So, here's your problem here. You've got in here games.txt, but your files are called pets and superhero. So if you want to rename this file here, if you can click the cog button and hit the pencil, and then we call that games.txt. I think if we run that again, there we go. Easy enough mistake to make. Trust me, I did it on my own practice before.
Wait, Smash Bros. Unlimited, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Arms.
Yeah, I don't know Arms, but I know.
Splatoon!
Yeah. And Breath of the Wild. Can't beat Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Although in this case, Smash Brothers did.
But at least it's second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I hope you've all enjoyed that today. So there's not much more we can do on bar charts. I mean, so happy play around, experiment. Thank you for the lighting director to my right, who's currently opening and shutting the blinds. So yeah, well, hopefully you've all enjoyed it and you've learnt something there. Keep practicing and playing, and hope you all have a good afternoon. Thanks again to Ben for helping out with the support in the background.
I thought it was still morning. Okay.
Well, it is morning for some people in the world, but for us it's the afternoon. So.
Right.
Right, so all for me is to say thank you everyone and have a good day.